I get this comment all the time. You're just a wallet. You're just an ATM. And I get it. On the surface, it sounds like it's believable. Older guy moves to the Philippines, finds a younger Filipina. I can understand why people think that way. But the truth is, it's a lot more complicated than that. And I think by the end of this video, you'll understand why a lot of men do fail here. And hopefully how to make sure it doesn't happen to you. Because it's not just about money. It's about awareness and decisions and understanding what you're walking into. Last thing I want is for you to come to the Philippines and have a horrible experience, because a lot of guys already have. But they always place blame on everything else, when maybe a lot of the time the onus is on them. But maybe they should have been thinking more with their head instead of their head. Well, Throughout the video, I'll throw up a few comments and I'll blur it out so, we can protect the innocent or the ignorant. You decide. I'm leaving it up to you. Now, when I first got here, I thought I had it all figured out, and evidently I do, because look, I'm just chilling, making videos, and my wife is in there making sure the room is clean and the bed is made like a good wife should. I love you, honey. I really did, I've lived life, I ran a business, had a great career, I built things. And I gotta say, I love this guy's comment. The only thing I did was run a drug ring, and I was a carnival barker. That's funny stuff. Thank you. Earlier, he called me a douche, too, so that's cool. And also, when I was going through the comments, I found this one from MJ, who asked if I remembered her. I was her boss for a few years ago, and then I got to thinking, I don't know, were you one of my drug mules, or were you the person that held the bottle of DMSO at the carnival as we sprayed speed into our skin? I'm not sure. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked, but as I was saying, I have lived a great life, had a great career, built a lot of great things. I owned a koi pond design company and built ponds and waterfalls for many years. But let's get back to it. I apologize again. I apologize. But you're sitting there at dinner, you're buying things, and then you notice something. Not bad, not different. Expectations weren't always spoken, but they were there. And yeah, maybe that thought crosses your mind. Is this what people were warning me about? Am I just an ATM? Am I just a wallet here? Well, here's the honest answer. Sometimes, yeah, that exists. But here's what most guys get completely wrong. They think that money's the main factor, and that's not it. Money's just the amplifier. You got to think about the real factors. And maybe you have to look at both parties to find them. Character, timing, and mindset. Because if you don't understand those things, no matter how much money you have, you're going to run into problems. And I've seen it happen over and over and over again. For me, this became less about money and more about how I was reacting. And believe it, that changes everything. Because the real question became, how do I respond to pressure? How do I read a situation without jumping to conclusions? And how do I know when something feels off? You know that feeling. I'll be honest, man, I didn't get it right the first time. There were moments when I made decisions that almost put me in a bad position. So here's what I learned, and this is important if you're even thinking about making this your life. Number 1, set boundaries early. Not aggressively, just clearly. Number 2 would be observe before you invest, because, time will tell you everything. And number 3, understand the environment you're in. Different culture, different expectations, different realities. And when you understand those 3 things, you stop operating out of fear. You start operating with awareness, keeping your head on a swivel. Not paranoia, just looking out. I remember a moment where I almost said yes to something just because it felt easier at the time. But something told me, slow down. So I did. And that one decision probably kept me from going down the wrong path. And that's when it clicked for me. It's never about the money. It taught me it's about awareness and self-respect. So now I want to hear from you. Have you ever had that thought about, am I a wallet? Or maybe you haven't made the move yet, and that's one of the fears that's stopping you. Just go ahead and drop it in the comments and let's talk about it. Or you can shoot me an email, fishtankmedia.global@gmail.com. We can exchange numbers, do a little consultation on the phone. I'd be happy to chat with you. And if you didn't catch the email, it's down in the description. And in the next video, we're going to talk about one I hear all the time. You're just a loser boomer who couldn't make it in the US. And that one we're really going to break down because that assumption says more about them than it says about you. It'd be really awesome if you could take a moment to like the video, comment, share it if you would, and I believe hyping it would be good too. I know it's like one more thing on the checklist, but it's free, it's easy to do. But most importantly, as always, remember, be excellent to each other.